We should all go to some economy or banking related study instead. Some of us went to philosophy, art, literature, or music, and now we only can study the lives of the successful people. If we consult Vedic astrology for the choosing of our career path and we ignore this major elements like Arudha, Navamsha, and dasamsa, then we can omit big parts of the analysis and then we can advise wrongly for ourselves or for our friends or family. And consequently, we can go or advise completely wrong career path. So let's see what is the proper approach of the Sri Achyutananda tradition. 3 charts. One will be coming from my consultation and the 2 others to complete the statistics. We will have the big amount of cases, 3. We will try to see if there are some common points which are confirming this career path. And based on that, we can learn and we can get what are the methodology to choose the proper career path. We'll be using the features of analytical astrology. So the rule we will lay down, they had to be falsifiable, so they need to be some kind of binary or some category or choice that this and not that. So this demarcation point between 2 options have to be quite straight. And the second part is that these rules have to be repeatable and also they have to be methodical. So the same approach is to get the same results. And of course, for career path, the most important would be the Arudha, Navamsha, and dasamsa, and these 3 rules we will analyze in this video. And without mastering the Rasi Drishti design aspect, it's not possible to follow these rules. So if you want to be professional in this tactics, then you need to master this sign aspect, which is called Rasi Drishti. It is showing what is coming or is available to the native. It is showing the external resources like a Vastu or law of nature, and it's very used in Rashi Dashas, in yogas, and in the timing. The calculations are very simple. The dual signs are aspecting each other. The movable are aspecting the fixed are aspecting the movable, except the closest or the adjacent one. So for example, the Aries will aspect the Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. It will not aspect the other fixed sign, Taurus, because it is the adjacent one. And the first thing is that we will be analyzing the Arudha. This is the Devi or the lunar concept. The rules for this are laid down in the Vedic scriptures, the ancient ones, Prihat Parashara Horashastra and Jaimini Upadesha Sutra. And Arudha is very classist type of rule, and it enables us to understand and to categorize things in our chart. And when we talk about Arudha of the first house, this is showing where we belong. So it's very handy in describing the sector. For example, if you want to work in entertainment, then Venus or Mercury aspect or any type of touch to the Arudha needs to be there. Now the calculations are again very simple. We are taking the same distance. We count from Lagna, ascendant, to the Lagna Lord, to the ascendant Lord, and then we take the same distance from the ascendant Lord. So it's like the echo, it's like the mirror calculation. And there are some exceptions to this. For example, if Lagna Lord is in the first, then the Arudha will be in 10th. If Lagna Lord is in 4th, Arudha will stay in 4th. If the Arudha Lagna is in 7th, the Arudha will be again in 10th. And if the Lagna Lord is in 10th house, the Arudha will be in the 4th. So if you want to master this, then you may consider watching my video about this, the Arudha calculation, which is also visible on my channel. Now in the first chart, Ascendant Lord is the Sun. It's in the 9th house, and therefore the Arudha will be in the 5th house, in the Sagittarius, and we see it's aspected by Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus. In the second chart, we have Lagna Lord in the 1st house. So Arudha Lagna will be in the Taurus. Arudha again is aspected by Jupiter and Mercury. And in the 3rd chart, Lagna Lord in the Taurus and is aspected by Jupiter. And the Arudha Lord, the Moon, because Moon is loading the Taurus, is also with the Mercury. So we have Mercury and Jupiter. These are the common planets which are affecting the Arudha. Also very important is that you need to take all of these planets as an equal option because it's not like that if the planet is in the Arudha, it's more strong than the aspect. Sometimes you may have planet in the Arudha, but the other aspecting planet may show in which sector you will work. So to conclude the first Arudha point, we see that Jupiter and Mercury have the impact. Now, the second point of this video is about the Navamsha. Navamsha is most important divisional chart, and we can say that if you want to be into Vedic astrology, it will not be complete without the Navamsha analysis, because according to Brihadarashara Horashastra, it is showing the Dharma and Bhagya, which is the fortune and also the quality or ethics. And it's very important for our inner life. If we want to see how we are constructed inside, then the Navamsha would be very essential for this. Now, the whole philosophy of the Navamsha is based on the 9th house, and also the calculation is based on the dividing the whole sign 30 degrees to the 9 equal parts. Each part will then have 3 degrees and 20 minutes, and the calculation always starts from the same tattva of the cardinal sign. So if you have planet in 3 degrees in Taurus, then Taurus is earthy sign. You have to find cardinal earthy sign, which is Capricorn. So count from Capricorn. And we know that 3 degrees will be in that first Navamsha. So that would be first house from Capricorn. Therefore, if in the Rashi chart you have a planet in the 3 degrees of the Taurus, then it will fall into Capricorn in the Navamsha. So for all signs, keep the same tattva, but always starts with the cardinal or movable signs, or in Sanskrit we call them Chara Rashis. So fiery is Aries, watery Chara Rashi is Cancer, Libra is Aries, and Capricorn would be the earthy Chara Rashi. Now, the 10th house in the Navamsha is a very nice reference point to see what will bring the wealth. The Navamsha Trikona, 1st, 5th, and 9th will show the ability. And also there are other points, more advanced, which are showing where the soul fulfillment is there or where is the obsession of the mind. And if you are following all of these points, then they will show you what you can do. And all parts of yourself will be satisfied. You will be fulfilled, you will have wealth, you will be obsessed, and you can maintain your focus long term. Therefore, we are looking for these plans. But today, let us focus on the 10th house. So in the first chart of our consultation client, we have 10th Lord Mercury in the Sagittarius. So again, we have some Mercury and Jupiter. This can channelize in either learning, teaching, or it can channelize into the financial type of jobs. Here, the Sagittarius will show the place, and it can show institutions like academics or banking and things like that. In the second chart, we have 10th Lord in the Cancer, also Mercury. But from the Sagittarius, we have big aspects of the Moon. There are few advanced principles to interpret this, also coming from the Jaimini Sutra Upadesha course, but we are here seeing that again, Mercury and some Jupiterian influences also there. And in the third chart, we have exactly the same yoga, 10th Lord Mercury in the Sagittarius. Now let us go to the third point, which is dasamsa. Dasamsa is about the career chart. So we have the main Rashi chart, but we also have a special additional chart, which is called dasamsa. So this is only unique aspects of Vedic astrology that we can have a specialized additional chart, which will describe our career life or our business. This is very important because if you have any planets in the main chart, for example, in the 4th house, which is showing the property, or 7th house, which is showing the other people, we are not sure if this will describe the office or it will show the business partners. But in the dasamsa, all of these aspects of place or people coming to our life are restricted to that world or an environment of career life. So place of work would be the office, and people of profession will be either clients or business partners. So let's see what we have here in the first chart. Aquarius Lagna, Scorpius 10th Lord, and Mars Mercury is there. Mars Mercury. These yogas are in Aries, and they have some aspect also on the Scorpio, besides Scorpio being the 10th house. In the second chart, dasamsa, of the more well-known person, right? Just to remind, the first chart is of my client. The second and third are very famous people in that same career line. So in that second, this is very powerful. We have Jupiter, Mercury, Mars in the Scorpio again. So again, we have Jupiter, Mercury in the 10th house in the dasamsa chart. Now in the Emilio Botin, we have Jupiter and Mars also in the Scorpio, but in the 7th house. Mars is in the own side. So it will give results of Uchanata. Those who are regular on this channel already know this traditional tricks. So this will give effects of Saturn, and Saturn is in Mercurial sign, and the dispositor of that is in 8th house again, institutions or banks, and this is very much related to the 8th house. So we can see that similar planets are also there in the dasamsa chart. Okay, so we did the Arudha in the Rashi. Then we have seen how the 10th house in the Navamsha is looking. And then we were going to the career chart, also seeing the 10th house. And we have seen that the similar planets are there. And to reveal, this is the banking career line. So my client is working in the banking. He is administrating the loan acquisition and he's protecting all of the interests from both sides. And therefore, when I've looked at the other charts which I collected from the celebrities, I wanted to see what are the common points. And this would be these which are related in this video. So I thought I would like to share this with you. Of course, there are some differences in the chart, and this will also reflect differences in the personal life. For example, the chart of Fred Godwin is a good example because we see that very strong lagna. So he was a person who he was representing, he was like a CAO of the Scottish Bank. Also, we know that he was very short-tempered. We could say that he was also quite aggressive in his career choices, and we can see how this Sun, how this Leo Lagna and the other parts of the chart are reflecting that. And he was awarded the knighthood in 2004. Unfortunately, he was very much involved in that 2008 house economical recession, and then the bailout of the government and all that problem. In 2012, his knighthood was taken from him. So we can see that there is a big fall in the status. And after that, his journey with the banking was completely over. We can see that his career history was quite problematic. Whilst for the Emilio Button, the Spanish banker, he went very smooth. He was even appreciated by his strategy when it comes to his economical choices. And he came through this 2008 crisis very smoothly. So we can see completely different time. And also the image of the Fred Godwin was very bad. He was accused by many people. We can see that he was born on Sankranti and born on Sunday. So if a person is born on Sankranti, then that planet which is ruling your day of birth will suffer, and that is the Sun, and Sun is the Lagna. And apart from that, Rahu is aspecting the Arudha Lagna, which shows that the person have a strong chance to have a bad name, and this is related to Jupiter. So Jupiter was that planet which is also reflecting his work in institution of banks and things like that. And again, we are right in this estimation when the planets which were active at the time when his knighthood was taken away from him were related to this. And guess what? The exact Dasha was Jupiter Rahu. So exactly in time of these planets showing the scandal, this was taken away from him. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for today. I hope you find this interesting and informative. If you do, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, join our Discord community. We have already more than 100. If you are still hungry, then please consider watching this one.